couple of deep breaths. Sorry, I got candy on the table. My daddy's candy jar right there, so I be grabbing candy. But I had to take a deep breath before I gave this message, okay? So with that being said, this is for entertainment purposes only. What, Olivia? I'm in the middle of doing a video. What's up? No, the music fine, baby. Music fine. Okay. All is well. All right, look, this is important to let you guys know. This is for entertainment purposes only. I could be crazy, all you know. So go look it up for yourself. All right, I'm about to give you some deep thought here. Like God unlocked the mysteries to a lot of things regarding women. And it is important for you to know in the hour of trial why women are considered, why they called them unclean. But the truth was they were supposed to be hidden and protected during that time. That's the truth. That's the truth. They had to be hidden and protected during that time. So another warning. So the first warning is entertainment purposes only. Go look it up, okay? And if you got a problem, go take it to God. Real talk. But another warning is this is not for the lukewarm. I ain't gonna lie. This ain't for the faint of heart. Like, so if you one of those people that are scared or just barely holding on because you scared, don't watch this video. Don't watch this video. Go read your Bible and learn for yourself what you need to do. Okay? I'm going to do my best. Maybe I'm going to do everything in my power not to put you in fear, because fear, no, you can't have fear during the hour of trial. You got to walk boldly in the love of God. That's why falling in love is the number one thing you got to do right now. Number one, go get to know him, go on dates with him, walk with him, talk with him, figure out for yourself how to love him. Because that's the only thing that's going to keep you during the hour of trial. I'm sorry. There ain't nothing else going to keep you. Ain't nothing else going to keep you but the love of God. All right, so let's get started. All right, dag, it's so much on this because this is all the stuff I got to go over, okay? Take a good look, and then I got to figure out how to put it in order real quick. All right, I'll just start from here. Maybe that's why he put it there. I asked God why, I was reading the book of Enoch, right? And it was talking about all this stuff that was going to be coming upon the earth, right? So I was saying, if it's true, and you told us that we had the right to walk on this earth without any gun, like with no, like unarmed. He said we got the right to be on this earth unarmed. And I'm like, well, is all the evil in the world, God? How is that possible? He said, through the power of forgiveness, right? Through the power of forgiveness. I can't even see. All right, so he said, through the power of this, you can walk unarmed. He said, I've already prepared your body with the things that you need. Like, he kind of showed me the body like it was Spider-Man. And it had certain powers, if that made sense, okay? It was as if, okay, for instance, children pee in the bed, and it's evidence of sexual abuse, right? But the peeing is the water that stops the demon. You get what I'm saying? So, like, when you go study about demons and things like that, you know that the water stops them. They find rest in the water. So the water stops them. It's almost like it makes them go to sleep. You get what I'm saying? It neutralizes them, right? So he was showing me how I I can't that. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was about to write the other word, the childish word, slash P for children. There you go. He was showing me how this is a form. Like he said, he didn't have, y'all gonna laugh, but this is what he said. He didn't have to separate the pee from the poop. You know what I mean? He did that as the fact that that's why when people get really, really scared, they pee on themselves. Because that's, once again, it stops the spirit. That spirit gets stopped some kind of way in an emergency situation. Okay. Another one, he told me tears. This, now remember, this is through the power of forgiveness, right? Now, mind you, I know many of you gonna say, no, I seen or I know somebody that the more they cried, the more that demon came after them. No, you could cry going, oh, I'm gonna kill you. You could cry doing that, but I'm gonna tell you this: the demons know your heart. The heart is the difference. Right? If you got a heart after God, them demons know that you crying to God, and they miraculously get stopped. They know that you crying in genuine care for them too. Like, this just heartbreaking that we all going through this. That you got this a universal wept, Jesus wept kind of cry. But he said those tears stop those demons. He said the same thing. I'm not gonna go in detail. I'm not gonna go in detail, but a rape victim will understand what I'm talking about. Like, cause there's a lot of victims that are like are mad at themselves because the body did what the body does. But God said that also stops them. That also stops them. Real talk. That's what he said. So don't be mad at yourself for that. You got to forgive yourself. You know what I mean? Like, they'll say, why did I get moisture? You know what I mean? But that's, once again, water stops them. But he said, God told me to tell you, that's what he told me to tell you. Because he said that one ain't the same as these. This is not the same as these when it comes to bodily fluids. Okay? He said that's the reason why when you get cut, he puts a scab on it. He bandages it. If it can't bandage by him bandaging it, you taught to put a bandage on it. You know what I mean? But he said because this is why he said it. Ooh, I don't know how to spell that. Wait. Inhabit. All right, there you go. That's the word I meant there. That's why he said, okay, so this brings me to the next thing. He said they lied to you. That's what he said. He said they lied to you. If you read the book, go read the book. That's one thing he told me not to do. He told me not to put scripture unless he tell me to, because he wants you to go read it. You know what I'm saying? It's not for the lukewarm. This entertainment purposes only, unless you learn the truth. You know what I'm saying? Unless you learn the truth, but you learn the truth. I didn't tell you nothing but a story, okay? But that's what he said. So during that time, it's in the book of Enoch, and I believe the book of Daniel. But when the dead rise, flat out, when the dead rise, okay, they not gonna be rising the way you think they gonna be rising. They gonna be rising and worshiping God and killing anything that don't worship God. Yep, I said it. Yep, that's what I said. Yep. He said that when they rise, they gonna be rising to worship God. Cause God left. So they gonna be mourning too. But they been on the other side. So they know that now's the time to worship. But also, if you don't if you ain't worshiping God, yeah, they been on taking you out. because you the reason they stuck. That's what they trying to do, is take you out. Okay? But know this, they go after that. And the only unbandage that is this. So they coming. Oh yeah, they coming for her. Anyone that's this that gets this, they coming for her. But God said burn, like keep her hidden, and burn the, that's what he said. That's what he said. I'm telling you exactly what he, oops, I ain't even put a line through it, but that's what he said. Burn it, burn it. That's what he said. So he said, keep it safe and then burn it. Because the truth was, we were supposed to do that to our dead anyways. We was, but they took the dead. Go read it. It's in there. It's all in the Old Testament. It's all in the book of Yahweh. It is all in there. But they took it and they put another side. But but once again, God also said, remember what he said about evolutions. That was just maybe kidhood when they started sacrificing animals instead. And, it was acceptable unto God. But when you get down to doing what they doing and bombing these bodies and stuff, they preparing to create, they making sure that all the here, now we gonna get to this word. These are the ones that roam the earth and ain't got nowhere to go. So they making sure that there's places for them to go. You get what I'm saying? But in order to get them to habit it, they gonna need this. So we gotta protect this at all costs. This right here, the quarterback. That's the quarterback during that time. So we gotta protect it. Wait, I can't see through the camera. Protect at all costs. Cause that's what they coming for. That right there. Real talk. And the ones, oh, there's something else he told me to tell you. Remember I told you everything gonna be worshiping God when this happen. I'm talking about everything. The rocks, the trees, the dead, the animals, everything. Okay? But those that something broke down in them. And they are literally don't even know, but they gonna be uh like super. But that's why everything else, like even I'm talking about the birds, the animals, the beasts of the field, the horses, the dogs, the flies, the everything is gonna be worshiping God, to where it's gonna be an arrow pointed right back at them. And there's your battle of, wait, I don't know it, but y'all know what I'm trying to write. That's it. When they get super carnal, I'm telling you, everything else in the world is super loving God, because God left. Everything else is just in love with God, and they're going to be fighting against this. And I'm telling you, it's because something was broke down in them. This is a supernatural battle. Yeah, you didn't understand what they was doing, but that's what they did. They imprinted upon you. That's what they did. They imprinted. And that's what they about to keep on doing. They're going to keep on doing imprinting until the last possible moment. But so they can have enough, this kind of people, where they searching to get as much as that as possible to put into all of those embalmed. I don't know how to spell that. I don't know. Y'all know all that. I think it's E. I don't know. But y'all know the word I'm trying to say. So that's why he said, like, honestly, go look it up. But the best thing you could do for your loved one if they pass away from now on is to we know what they said, but ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Get back in the line with what God said. Get back in line with God said, because they coming back. They coming back. All of them coming back. And everything. I gotta write the word everything else. Y'all gotta understand, when I say everything else, I mean everything else in the world is gonna be worshiping God. Like uncontrollably, like as a unit. Just, and remember I said you always got the right to be an individual. You do. But I'm telling you, everything else, in every animal, every bird, every worm, anything that has breath still on this earth, everything, souls come from the breath of God. That's literally, God blows us out. So everything else will be worshiping God. And those that ain't, it's a straight arrow pointed directly at their head. And there you go. So he told me to tell you, let me go over here. So he said, this is the reason why he always said you can't trust a lukewarm woman because she's the devil's girlfriend. He said it's because this is a spirit multiplication magic, right? That's what he said it is. And marriage magic multiplication, right? M-A. He said marriage was meant to combat demons, unclean spirits. That's what it was meant for. Because you make, if a good man and a good woman of God, right, they're going to create a new spirit, right, that is another good spirit to combat these spirits, right? But if an evil man and evil woman, they're going to create a evil little spirit. I'm sorry, little bad butt, little baby, right? That's what they're going to create. And but he said that's why you got to be careful of that. Women, once you know, he's so, I ain't gonna lie, he is he mad at us. I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I can't even explain the way I feel that he feel. Just like a disappointment, like a come on y'all, it ain't over yet. Like a come on y'all, get it. Like, you gotta tell them then, if you don't want, like, you gotta let them know, even though it's gonna go the way the book said go. But y'all women gotta know, if we literally just did what God said, like, think about it, if all the women in the world literally went click, 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 we only do what God say, right? Every problem in the world disappears. Every last problem in the entire world disappears in that moment. Every last one of them go click, click, click. Because like Cat Williams said, what's the most important thing in the world? Money and that thing. And that thing. So if it's that important, click, 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 click. It's real talk. It's time to wise up. So what else he say? Oh, he said this. I don't know if y'all gonna, masturbation and other perversions of all types is like over revving an engine. That's what he explained. Like, if you picture orgasms as frequencies, right? It becomes, because the body gets too much power, right? It ain't like a fasted, chastened body, right? So the body get too much power to where it becomes insatiable. And it don't, like the normal way to fight demons, where I don't know where I wrote it, marriage. The normal way to fight demons ain't it's insatiable now. So it can't the magic loses its intensity, just like anybody else getting old. You know what I mean? So you got a lifespan in that as well. You know what I mean? And the adversary knows it. So he said that now, but though uh he said, like, I don't know how to explain it. So I'm not going to try to explain it because I'd have to ramble or y'all wouldn't understand what I'm rambling. But just know this, it's like a revving of an engine. And if you rev the engine too much, you're going to break the engine. Real talk. That's what he said. You rev the engine and it becomes a perversion. It dilutes the power and the intensity of the magic. Right? So the magic gets lessened. Okay? He also told, oh, we got to go to this. It's about to get rough for some people. I studied this, because, of course, we had the scarves and everything, right? And we still got the scarves. But I found out some things about it. I found out the head covering is a symbolization of trust of the man. Remember, the woman literally was the head of the household. She was. I'm sorry. Everything I've seen, everything I've read shows that she was the one at one point. But because of her perversion, right, she became insatiable, right? Because of the perversion, the man got placed over. But she got to teach that man, because the man can't even see the devil. It says it, Genesis 3. And many other things. He can't see it. But she can, right? So she they gotta work together. Like they in this to fight this. There's no other reason for this than to fight this, because all of them coming, angels and demons coming the moment that you get this, because they like, oh, you in the battle too. That's what this was for. That's why he said stop adulterating it when you ain't even know what it was for. This was for fighting demons. Other than that, you could live with a person, whatever, forever. But doing that was about that, to fight that. But y'all think it's about y'all. Y'all selfish, have no clue what y'all really dealing with. All them 10 commandments, they all supernatural protections when you read them. When you find out that supernatural is real, you realize that it was protecting you. It was protecting you from things like viruses, which are supernatural, from diseases, from battles and wars, and it was protecting you from all kinds of stuff. All right, so notice this is meant to combat this. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I just went off for a second there. Let me get back to it. I don't remember. Well, here's the next thing. Oh, yeah, that's where I was going with that. So the woman really was the one. So those head coverings, y'all. So those angels literally do look to her. They look to her. It's almost like Sims. God showed me it like Sims. The video game, y'all know that video game, right? How everybody got a light on the top of their head. Well, that's what's going on with the woman. But it's kind of like a show off. Like here we go. There's not that many men that would pray and I would cover my head, except for conflict by fire. When he pray, I cover my head, right? Because it's like the angels stop looking at me because I agree with him. You get what I'm saying? They stop looking at me. I agree with him. From what I'm seeing, maybe Troy Black. I've seen some. I've seen goodness there. But it ain't many. I can't even think of, only one I could say definitively that's ever made me go, okay, I cover my head here is conflict by fire. Nowhere else. Because that's what is like when you go look up all the times anybody ever covered their head, why they cover it. They said on account of the angels. Then you find out how the angels feel about the woman. Like you literally see that that's the trust between the man and the woman. Well, the man has been adulterated. I'm sorry, he has been. I've not. I've only seen probably one person. Two, my grandfather. But he was my step grandfather. Maybe two men that had the love of God like that in my life where it was worth covering your head in this generation. Yeah, you can't cover your head because the truth, you need those angels. You need them to see your tears. You need them to, you know what I'm saying? You need them to aid it through going with dude. Because dude, you know dude was out to destroy the light inside of you. But that's because a lot of the men have been adulterated. I'm sorry. That's what happens. Because remember I tried to tell y'all, there's a multiverse. There's God with the man of God, with the woman of God. But there's also the devil with the man of the devil and the woman of the devil. There is. So, honestly, you got to keep yourself. You got to keep yourself. Now, let's get back to the most important part. If y'all really, okay, here we go. Y'all, they gonna go, oh, here we go. Let me turn this around. Y'all gonna say, she, what is she? She's, don't like men, like a man hater. Well, here we go, men. Come protect us. Stand up and protect your daughters right now. Then I'll trust you. Go protect your daughters. Go protect your daughters and teach them and aid the and ladies, women, teach your daughters about God and love and aid them in getting ready to burn the blood that comes from them. It got to be burned or washed away, and it can't be around you. Get the blood away, because I'm telling you, they coming for it. They coming for it. Real talk. So if I'm wrong about men, great. I hope so. I pray that I am. Please, God. Please, God. Tell them to rise up then. Rise up. How do you rise up? By going to that woman and asking her, what do you hear God telling you? And y'all go to study Beelzebub, Azazel, and all them together. That would be you rising up. That would be you. That would be you saying, okay, I can't even play. I need my portal. I need my portal on my team right now. So what he's saying, baby? If you say that to her. And then you discern it. Because some of these women ain't on it. Let's be real. I'm having to teach my sons, or better yet, my sons teaching me, showing me that there's a lot of women that ain't on it. Real talk. I was painting. Y'all got to excuse me. But a lot of these women ain't on it. Okay? So, you gotta discern that by God. You gotta go read this book. It's the best book in the world, y'all. I'm telling you, it's got intrigue and happiness, and there's even love stories, and oh my goodness, there's gossip. Like, and I'm gonna tell y'all, through most of the Bible, God talks like a boss. He literally, in Job, he say, brace yourself like a man if you think you got, no, he said, if you wielding wisdom without knowledge. Like, who you think you talking to? I'm telling you, it's a great book. Go read it and discern it. Don't just read it, discern it. Like, act like a foreigner. Act like a total foreigner. That's why the foreigners get saved before we get saved, y'all. Because I'm telling you, act like a foreigner and be like, you trying to tell me what? You want me to act how? What's the moral of that? What are you trying to get me to do? What you trying to get me to say? Or do I feel like that's good? Is that in line with truth? Go ahead and do that. Now's the time. That's the only time you got. You better do it quick. Because I'm telling you, hold on. All this coming. All this coming. All this. You at all costs. This the quarterback for the men. All right. If I'm wrong, y'all need to know this the quarterback. Step up. I'm telling you. These women, they need you. I know. I watched the adversary take every man I know out my life. Every last one of them. Gone. Poof. So I'm telling you, if y'all that, and then, you know, when I told different men, like I've told different men this truth, like you're going to have to step up and be this. I'm telling you, not nan one of them saying they ready to step on account of women. They look at me and say, nah, I can't be the police because I'm evil too. Like, they saying jokes, but remember, jokes be the truth. Real talk, jokes be the truth. You better know that. I'm telling y'all something real, okay? So if y'all are, step up. If y'all not, move out the way. Real talk. Real talk. Y'all don't like the fact that us, well, I'm going to tell you, as a woman and a mom and a person who got to look out for my crew on my own, because I got to, that's just what it is. He been adulterated, led astray, pipered off, whatever the case may be. Yeah, no. I'm teaching exactly how we going to do this. And I'm telling you, oh, that's another one. This is what he said. He told me to tell you this. And even though I got one. But he did tell me, like he said, okay, now that you got one, this is what he said. This is exactly what he told me. Now that you got one, you done went off and shot it, right? He said, a criminal comes up and puts your daughter in a chokehold. Like they got your daughter, right? And now, mind you, they ain't got no gun, but you got a gun, right? And they said, oh, no, they got a gun. They got a gun. But I don't know. It don't matter if they got a gun or not. Okay, here we go. But he was basically saying, you got a gun. And they said, who do you shoot in that moment? He said, what's the righteous kill? Right? And I was like, okay, you killed a man. Then he was like, I don't like you if you killed a man. Right? You a murderer. You don't know what that man was about to do. So you a murderer. And then he said, I said, okay, well, I killed myself. And then he was like, okay, so now you just left your daughter there with nobody of God to teach her nothing amongst these murderers and killers. I don't like you then. That's what he said. This is how he said it. I don't like you then. Right? And then at that point he said, yup, the only righteous kill is your own. Are you prepared to do that? In order to stay right with me, that's the only righteous kill in that moment. And I was like, man, I ain't ready. So he said, that's why you gotta submit then. Even if you got a gun, put it down. Forgive it all. Go with them 2 miles. If they ask you to go 2, go 4. That's what you gotta do in that moment, because we talking about the hour of trial. That's what he said. He said that's the hour of trial. But that's deep. He literally, each time I said, let me say that again. That's worth saying again, don't y'all think? I don't know if y'all out there, but that's worth saying again. He said, all right, now that you got the gun, I'm going to give you a scenario. Somebody comes up, a man comes up and grabs your daughter. You got a gun. What's the righteous kill? I then said, okay, kill the man. Then he said, nah, I don't like you then. You're a murderer. You don't know what that man was about to do. And then I said, okay, I'll kill myself then. He was like, I don't like you then because you just left her there with nobody to teach her. Like I taught you all this for nothing then. Because now she ain't got nobody there to help her. And then he was like, yup, you know the righteous kill. So if you gonna kill anybody, you got to kill your own at that moment. And are you prepared to do that? And I'm not. No, I'm not. So he said, at that moment, if you do have one of these, he said, if you smart, you could back some people up, maybe, but not during that. Once the polls shift, you ain't going to be able to back them up like this. Matter of fact, you're going to call them upon you because of this. He said, you're going to have to surrender and go 2 miles with them. That's the only way you're going to protect your daughter, is trying to get them to go to heaven with y'all. That's the only way. All right. Is there anything else, God, that you want me to tell the people? All right. So we got, he said, cremate the dead. Don't be surprised when the zombies are worshiping God. Because he said, y'all going to be trying to hurt people and not do what God say do. And them zombies gonna be coming after you because of that. But if you worshiping God, they worshiping God with you. I'm just letting you know. God said when that time come, everything on the earth, everything, I don't care, everything on the earth, worms, I don't care. If it has breath, if it has life in it, it's gonna be worshiping God. And women, he told me, yeah, but you can, but make sure they are after God. If not, you just been conquered. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I'm telling you, choose, pick and choose. Pick and choose, because when you do that, that's what it is. It's basically you trust this person you got at your head enough to make the angels look his way instead of yours. And I'm not saying it like in a selfish way. I'm saying in it, there's a lot of women that's sitting quietly being abused and like real abused though, like not the kind of abuse you think like, oh, she ain't got no job, he making her stay at home and be a stay-at-home wife and he don't give her no money. No, I'm talking about real life. I'm gonna beat your it because I ain't like the potatoes. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna beat your, because the neighbor said hi to me, and I bet you that's because you talking to them while I'm not there. So he said, uncover your head and pray. Uncover your head and pray. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Real talk. Go look it up. Every time they covered their head, uncovered their head, go look. Go look why and when and who and why and shall. Go look. Oh, and he also said the end is going to be with fire and ice. So there's a horror frost coming. A horror frost. And that's the one that's where the air freeze. It don't be water first. You know how steam turn to water, then it turn to ice, you know? No, he said it's steam gonna turn to ice. He said that's coming too. That's coming too. And frost. After that, frost. Like it's gonna be cold. So food, water, warmth. Food, water, warmth. I've been saying it forever. Food, water, warmth. Food, water, warmth. Water, warmth. That's what you preparing. And you getting, and if you a man of God, all right, we need you then. Cause that's your quarterback. That girl, your quarterback right now. You gotta stand up for her. Real talk. If she ovulate and she got the oh, that's another thing. God said when it happened, all the women gonna, if you ovulate, all of them gonna start ovulating. All of them. He said that that's the reason why the woman had an issue of blood, because she was women absorb spirits, and then we cleanse them out through the blood. Real talk. We absorb them and then pushes them out through the blood. So when God leave, there that little, everyone who has like a seed in them, it's gonna flush. But he said that blood, he said, burn that blood. The blood that come from it, burn it. Give it back to him. Someone died, now that's another thing. I don't know if people gonna die in that time. I don't know. But I know you support, if they do, burn the dead. That's what I know. Cremate the dead. All right. Let me see if there's anything else, because that was important. We almost missed a very important piece. All the women are going to menstruate that day. And that's what a lot of the bads, remember, so there's some good ones. Some gonna wake up to this and some gonna wake up to that. But it don't matter. They still, you know, they still coming. Okay, they coming. No, I'm actually saying that wrong. They coming. That's who coming. The super carnal coming. Because they want that blood. Them, they gonna be worshiping God, going after them. So let me fix that, y'all. I want y'all to know, when this happened, they coming. Okay? But they coming after them. Because they coming after anybody that ain't worshiping God. Like anybody that ain't worshiping God, they after him. So don't be in their presence with hate for God. Because they coming for anybody with hate for God. That's who they coming for. Because they pissed. They stuck. They stuck. They mad. So that's who they coming for. All right. So, hey y'all, start subscribing because they making me lose subscribers, and if we get under too many, we won't be able to go live no more. Okay, so make sure you like and subscribe, do that kind of thing. And remember, it's entertainment purposes only. I could be just some crazy girl giving you a good story. Maybe I'm giving you a good story, but if you really love God, go look it up. Go look at the archaeology, the history, the you know, the legends. I found a lot of this stuff too because of these people were the first antagonists of God. Like they were the first people. They were the first to, you know, and God said, this is a no-no. Why is this a no-no? Because it's like coming over my house and using my car. Or better yet, remember that one, God said magic is the same as giving a 5-year-old a Rolls Royce and then telling them to go drive it. So you got to ask God before you get certain things because you mess up the balance when you don't ask God. You get what I'm saying? All things come by his grace, glory, and perfection. But they was doing this, which if you look, if you go find out, if you really read the book, was the father of that. Go read it. Go read Enoch. You said you read Enoch. Go read it. He was the father of that. Go read Enoch. Since we everybody want to fight for it because they said it come from Ethiopia. Go read it. He was the father of that. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's it, y'all. Forgiveness is key. God is love. Jesus is forgiveness. Nobody can get into the presence of love without a heart to forgive. I love you.